Hey, what's up? It's Paul from Guitar World.
And Alan from Guitar World.
And here we are with another episode of Cooking with Sound. Today at Cooking with Sound, Alan, we are going to be checking out Revv amplification pedals, specifically the G3 and the G4 pedals, which we have laid out here on our table. In a previous video, we had checked out Revv amplification's really great sounding D20 amplifier, which we both dug. It was a clean pedal platform amplifier and is loaded with 2 Notes Engineering torpedo embedded with a reactive load cabinet, as well as 6 virtual cabinets built into this all-tube compact lunchbox 20-watt head that can be knocked down to 4 watts.
A one-channel head, pretty much made for these pedals to be the front end.
Exactly, tailor-made, if I may be so bold, for these kind of pedals. And these are pretty much act like, I would like to say, sort of like an amp channel or more of a high-gain amp channel, especially with these two. Because in the previous video, we had touched on their G2, which is a green box pedal.
Right.
And these are, now we have a purple and a red. And the green was more, definitely more of in the overdrive side, but definitely approaching distortion. It wasn't by any means a wallflower of a pedal.
No.
Yeah.
So that was the G2. This is the G3, and I'm guessing you get more gain the higher up the number.
I'm going to guess you're probably right. Well, we're going to get to check it out and listen to it. But I also should mention that, so for this, we decided to use, of course, the Revv Amps D20 amplifier once again. So we get to hear these pedals really in the best possible setting. I should mention, like, here's my clean sound. So, you know, pretty much a tame clean sound, very clean. And once I turn these on, you'll hear this. These are super aggro. Oh, and before I even go any further, you may have noticed I have here a different guitar.
Speaking about aggro.
Yeah, speaking of aggro. We have the Jared Dines signature Artist Series Stingray by Sterling by Music Man. So this is a really great guitar that Jared pretty much tricked out himself, and it's an affordable guitar for those who love, you know, like the Ernie Ball Music Man style guitars. And I gotta say, it sounds great, and we're gonna use this guitar. I mean, what better guitar to kind of enhance these sort of metal-like pedals?
Built for high gain.
That's right. So obviously, Revv amplification is somewhat of a newcomer, I guess. I guess it's fair to say. And these pedals, I think are, as I said before, tailor-made for more of the metal hard rock crowd. Really over-engineered, well-built. Both of them have the same sort of controls. You know, 3-band EQ up on top, volume and gain off on the bottom here, and then a 3-way mini toggle. And you have basically 3 settings. Off means no, I guess, sort of no coloration. Blue, if you click up on these pedals, is more of like a tight, defined sound. And then as you hit to the red, that gets more of a saturated and thicker sound.
I see both have aggression.
Yes, you're right. The aggression mini toggle. Also, what's really cool about what Revv does is when you buy these, they give you these player cards, which is really great because what it's doing is it gives you sort of these sample settings. So here's like a starter setting, so you kind of know where to go. And as you can sort of see here, it's rather, up the middle, but we're going to kind of move things around as you go along. And also what's really cool on the back is sort of even more thorough instructions on how to get a really good sound or if you're new here.
If you're like me and you don't like reading thick user guides, it doesn't get much more concise than this.
Yeah, that's great. All in a card format that you can trade with your friends, which I think is kind of cool. So, with that, let's do this. Let's hear what this sounds like, right?
Yeah.
So, we guessed that this is going to be far more aggro than this one.
Just a guess.
That's just a guess, right? Okay. Let's try it. So let's start. I'm just going to take a quick spin, and then I'm going to have Alan play, and I'm going to start moving knobs. So let's just take a quick. So that's coming from the D20 with the 412 cabinet loaded with Celestions. Start it up. So yeah, that's definitely aggressive. Let's hear, we basically have the same kind of setup. Let's hear what the red sounds like.
Love it.
Very cool. They definitely have two different characters.
Yeah.
Like really just right off the bat.
I would say this sounds a little more new metal.
New metal, yeah.
This may be a little bit more classic metal.
Yeah. Definitely this sounds like just that darker sound, and this has more of that blossomy, like brighter upper mids. This is definitely the dark, like let's see. Let's try. Almost like a Bay Area thrash over there.
Nice.
And then this. Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Very, very cool. Well, I mean, you just heard me kind of you get a good idea. So definitely on the brighter side, definitely on the darker side, right?
Yep.
Now I'm going to hand over to Alan here. And
Oh,
Alan's going to get
Thank you,
cooking.
Paul.
And he's going to be my wingman here as I kind of mess around. Where do you want to start? Let's start with the G3.
More of classic metal sound one, and we got the humbucker here.
Yep.
So there's the clean.
Here we go. Now let's hear, keeping this kind of setting right now, let's hear with that blue MIDI toggle, the aggression, which is supposedly more of a tight define. Let's hear what that sounds like. Go ahead.
A little more juice with that setting.
Yeah, a little, it's subtle. It's subtle. Keep playing. Now let's hear with the red, which is really saturated and thick. Here we go.
A lot of sustain too.
Yeah, really. That's the thing is that now I hear it more. If I roll the gain off and I'm in the middle, and that's where you kind of hear where the extra saturation comes from, and then when I click it to red. So like right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more to it. Yeah, there it is. love it. So what happens, let's try it. Let's see what it sounds like as a boost. So if I play, and I'll back off the gain a bit. Well, there you go. That
Nice.
was it. G3, very nice. I like that sound. Now
Yeah.
let's move over to
It's like-
G4, which I think is going to be a little bit brighter. Let's start going. Now let's really crank it up to the red. Let's hear what that sounds like. Ready?
Ready. I think that's enough gain.
I think so. I think that's good. I mean, let's see what happens when we kind of stack things here, right?
Uh-oh.
I mean, this might be interesting.
Both at once.
Yeah, let's try that. I'm
Okay.
going to click and get more in the mid here, and then let's see if that happens. So let's get this going here.
Sounds a little more throaty.
Yeah, definitely.
Which one do you like better?
Whew, that's tough. I thought I was liking the G3, but now I'm really kind of paying attention to the G4. But wow, I mean, my ears tell me I do like that darker, mid-range over on this one, and there's a lot to it. But this seems very versatile. Like I can almost get close to that sound. Like for example, try this. It's close, but
It's
I
close.
mean, but still, that is definitely more that mid range. It's there, but this just is full on distortion and and metal. It's all metal right there. That's just great.
Yeah. I think that the concept of having a clean amp that is sort of matched to these two pedals as your channels, and of course you can get, they make other pedals too that are voiced differently, but the compactness and the way that they're basically suited to each other.
Yeah.
It's a great rig.
Yeah. This is just all out doom, and then that is just all out aggressiveness. But it's great. I mean, I love it. I mean, again, you could do a lot with both of these pedals. So great stuff, Revv amplification.
Nice.
So I would say go to your store. Definitely check out the G3 and the G4. See which works for you, and don't forget D20 is also a great amplifier for pedal popcorn, and they also make a G2 if you don't think this is too much. But for starters, for metal players, this is the way to go right here.
Revv with 2 V's.
With 2 V's, yes. Terrifying in its gain. Well, anyway. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching Cooking with Sound, and check us out next time.
Thanks, everybody.